Okay, this is Marcus from Seafaris, and today I'm going to be going through how to choose the correct trawling rod for your kayak. The first thing you need to consider is the length of the rod. Most guys nowadays use between 6 foot and 7 foot rods. The reason for this being is that you can actually get the rod around the nose of the kayak if the fish changes direction. The other thing you also need to consider is when you're about to land the fish, you actually want the rod not to be too long so you can actually reach the fish to actually land it. Most of the modern kayaks nowadays, they've got long enough hatches to accommodate really long rods. Again, it's just a personal preference, but I recommend between 6 foot and 7 foot for the rod length. The next thing to consider is the line class. About 15 kilos is correct. Most of the fish we are catching nowadays are between 5 and about 12 kilos. And 15 kilo breaking strain, you should be able to handle most of the fish that you can catch nowadays. The next thing to consider is the guides on the rod. Obviously you want a guide that's nice and sturdy, because if you take a tumble in the surf or taking a rod in and out of the hatch, they do catch on the hatch lid a bit, so you want something that's sturdy that's not going to break. So look at a good quality guide for your rod. Okay, the next thing you need to consider is the reel seat. Obviously you want a reel seat that's good quality. The reel's not going to just fall out of the reel seat while you're fighting it. So you make sure that the reel sits nice and evenly and nice and snug inside the reel seat when selecting the rod. The next thing to consider is the action of the rod. Most of the guys use glass fiber rods or hollow glass rods, and basically what it is, it's a slow action. It bends from your hand right through with a nice slow curvature all the way to the tip. With the modern rods nowadays, with the composite rods and the carbon fiber rods, they've got a faster action. It just makes the rod feel a little bit better. The tip is nice and soft, so you actually can feel the action of the fish while you're fighting it, but at the same time it's nice and stiff in your hands, so you have got backbone when you really want to pull a big fish. Again, the next thing about the material that they're made out of, the carbon fiber is obviously lighter and it feels a little bit better, but it is a bit more expensive, so it's a personal preference on how you actually feel about the rod. Okay, let me give you some examples of rods that we use. This is the Daiwa Triforce, 15 kilo. This is a great value for money rod. It's got great guides, good reel seat, and again, I think it's perfectly suited to kayak fishing. The next is the Poseidon Offshore series. This is the kayak fishing rod. Basically this was designed for kayak fishing. It's a hollow glass rod. It's got a nice slow action, bends from the butt all the way through. It's fitted with Fuji guides and a Fuji reel seat, which is quality stuff. And then if you're looking for something a little bit more high end, I mean, you can get the Grand Wave boat rod. This is a composite rod. It's got a fast action, so just the tip bends. Again, it's lighter and it's just got a nicer feel, and it's just nicer to fish with. Again, it's got great quality Fuji guides and a Fuji reel seat, which you can't beat.
Woo!